Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at the 2019 AP Computer Science A Free Response Question 3. The College Board releases these questions every year. I'll be sure to put the link in the description. Let's get started. Many encoded strings contain delimiters. A delimiter is a non-empty string that acts as a boundary between different parts of a larger string. The delimiters involved in this question occur in pairs that must be balanced, with each pair having an open delimiter and a closed delimiter. There will be only one type of delimiter for each string. The following are examples of delimiters. So they've got a few examples here. They've got a math expression with open and closed parentheses, and so it's not valid here because there's a different number of open and closed parentheses. And then here in our second example, they've got HTML tags. So in this question, we're going to be writing two methods in this class, and so we can take a look at the class right here. We've got the open delimiter that we're going to be looking at and the closed delimiter. And then we've got a constructor that is already written for us, and then we have this get delimiters list that's implemented in part A, and then is balanced, which is implemented in part B. So, part A. A string containing text and possibly delimiters has been split into tokens and stored in the string array tokens. Each token is either an open delimiter, a closed delimiter, or a substring that is not a delimiter. You will write the method getDelimitersList, which returns an array list containing all the open and closed delimiters found in tokens in their original order. So we can see here an example of what the method would return when given different arrays of tokens. So we can just take a look here. And so this is all the class stuff if we need it while we're writing it. So complete method getDelimitersList below. So let's write out the function header. Public array list string get delimiters list string array tokens. Great. Okay, so first we need to make the array list that we're going to return. So let's start that. Array list string delims equals new array list string. Awesome. So now what we need to do is go through our string array, and if it is a delimiter, we need to add it to our array list. So let's do a for each loop because that's one with the easiest syntax for going through an array. For string s tokens. Alright, so now what it's going to do is go through the array and assign s to be each string in the array. So when we're going through the first time, we need to check, okay, is this an open delimiter, or is it a closed delimiter, or is it none of them? So if s dot equals open del or s dot equals closed del, and we're going to want to do something, right? So we need to use the dot equals method because these are strings, and the dot equals method will make sure that it's just checking the thing that's inside the string. And so we need to see if it's open del or closed del. And if you remember from up here, open del and closed del are the open and closed delimiters. Right? So if it does equal one of those, what we're just going to do is delims.add s. So what that's going to do is just add that string right onto the delimiter. Onto the delimiter list. And then once we're done, we can just go ahead and return delims. Great. Let's move on to part B. Write the method isBalanced, which returns true when the delimiters are balanced, and returns false otherwise. The delimiters are balanced when both of the following conditions are satisfied. Otherwise, they are not balanced. When traversing the array list from the first element to the last element, there is no point at which there are more closed delimiters than open delimiters at or before that point, and the total number of open delimiters is equal to the total number of closed delimiters. Okay, so they've got some examples here, but I think this should give us all we need. And so, just class information again. Right, public boolean is balanced array list string delimiters. Great. So, what we need to do is, as we're going through this array list of delimiters, we need to save how many open there are and how many closed there are. So we're going to say int num open equals 0, because we start out with 0, and num close equals 0. Great. Now we're going to do another for each loop going through this array list, and we're going to be counting the number of open and closed. So for string s delimiters. Now if s dot equals open del, we need to increment the number of num open plus plus. But if it equals closed del, we need to increment the num close. Now, once we've counted, we need to make sure in every iteration that num close is never greater than, num close is never greater than num open. So if num close is greater than num open, we need to return false right away, because we know at that point that it's not balanced, so we can just return false right away. Once we're through with this loop, we need to say, okay, is the number of open delimiters the same as the number of closed delimiters? If it is, we want to return true. If it's not, we want to return false. There's a little shortcut we can do here. We can just do return num open equals num close. What this is going to do is, this is a Boolean expression, so it's going to evaluate to either true or false. If num open equals num closed, it's going to evaluate to true, and we're going to return true. If they don't equal, we're going to return false. Sometimes this can be a little bit confusing, so if this is confusing to you, what you can do instead is if num open equals num close, return true, else return false. This is maybe makes more sense to you. If you're on the exam and this is confusing, just definitely stick with this. But this is just a cleaner way to do it, so we're going to get rid of this and keep it as this. And that's all there is for question 3. Thanks for watching.